Oh. Ooh. Okay. These won't give me a Diecroft level of annoying puzzle. That place sucked. Lemon gel. What do I do with this? Don't hit it, that's for sure. I'm trying to aim. Okay, that was weird. It was like drifting me. Stand control stick. This game and its PS1 hitboxes. This way. Warning, these are line bars. Every movable bar is connected to another one. You must... Oh! This is like Puzzle Boy levels of puzzle, huh? Speaking of videos, did you end up finishing everything for 10-2? I saw you going through Dungeon Hell with Via Infinito. I have like 6 videos that are recorded, but like I have a 2-hour session that's recorded. I made like 5 or 6 videos out of it. They're not on YouTube yet, but they're recorded. I think I have one more. I have a very little bit to record now. I'm nearly done. Via Infinito was proven to be annoying, and I was playing through 10-2 and I'm like, hey, Via Infinito, it looks basically the same. Every single floor looks exactly the same. You can't skip encounters, and there's always some arbitrary way to move on to the next cloister, and it gets very old very fast, and I feel like it'd be very boring to show off every single cloister, especially when the floors are the same and the encounters are non-skippable. You just have to keep running. You can't use like the charm bangle or anything. So I've come to the conclusion, I did like some of Via Infinito on screen, but I've come to the conclusion that I'm just trying to go through the whole thing on my own, and I'm gonna like record myself fighting Trema, and that's about it. So I just have to record myself fighting Trema, then I have to do something in Jose, and then I also want to show off the true ending. But the thing is, I have to replay the game. So I've been slowing down the uploads for it because I want to I'm gonna speed run the game just to get 100%, and I want to show off the true ending for the playthrough, like the extra cutscene I didn't get when I did the playthrough. So I'm basically almost done with it. Right now I'm just trying to finish Via Infinito. I'm gonna record like the last boss of Via Infinito, and that's it. I'm not gonna worry about everything in between because it's very minimal, like story-wise, and also Via Infinito is such a drag. But then I have to like replay the game again, which the game isn't super long, but I have to get to the end and get the true ending, so it's gonna be on hiatus for a bit. This is interesting. Okay. I'm so confused what I'm even doing for this. Did you get like 99% or something? Around there. I got like 98%, 99. I definitely got 97 above. I got something around 97. I got no lower than 97. Because I have 93 on my save file, the file before I fought the final boss. And the final sequence of events is worth like 4%. So I got like 97, 98 or something. But in 10-2, you get to choose a different faction. I chose the Youth League only because it makes it possible to get 100%. So when I NG+, I'm going to choose New Yevon, and that'll get me some extra cutscenes. You don't need to like do everything again. It carries over your percentage when you NG+. So I'll be at like 97, 98%, whatever I was at. And I have to watch new cutscenes, which are basically New Yevon's cutscenes, and eventually that'll get me 100%. So it shouldn't take long to replay the game. I just have to find the time to replay the game. And the game isn't very long, but that can go up whenever it wants. That's just an ending cutscene I want to show off. So slowly but surely I'm working towards just like finishing Via Infinito showing off Trema, and then the episode complete for Jose, and then I'm basically done. Here, give you the lemon gel. So I gotta do the, I gotta get the mascot dress for as well, but that shouldn't take very long. I'm so confused what I'm even trying to do here. Can't be any worse than the rare enemies in Dickinton? Hard disagree. The rare enemies were annoying, but I eventually found them. Nah, Via Infinita was a different kind of frustrating. It's completely different from trying to find rare spawns. Via Infinito has so many like arbitrary things about it, like, oh, like there's certain enemies if you get caught by, you can't run, they can like insta-kill you and stuff. So it's very, very different and much more annoying. I'd rather be looking for enemies in Dickinton, because as I said, I enjoyed the bestiary of Dragon Quest XI like 90% of the time. 90% of the time I enjoyed doing the bestiary. Was Dickinton like fun? No. But it wasn't like super annoying. I would rather complete a bestiary than do Via Infinito. Via Infinito is like actually garbage. What am I trying to do? What am I even trying to do for this? Just trying to like connect the lines, I guess. But that needs to connect with that. Okay, I kind of see what I'm doing now. It's gonna be really hard to execute. Okay, that connects with that. Probably put this here. Doesn't look right. This is like the world's most difficult trick from Lufia 2. Which I was not able to solve that very easily. So we're gonna be here for a minute. It's hard to tell like where the lines are aligned is the thing. Some of them it looks like they're like a little over, but they're not. I was not aware that Tales of Hearts had this many puzzles. This isn't like a lot of puzzles. This came out in like 2014, so I'm like kind of surprised there's more puzzles than like Zillia or something. And I can't move these, so I don't know. I'm about to ask chat to help me with this, because I don't know. It's really like, it's hard to tell where they're lining up, and also this just looks like something that it's gonna take a while to solve, and if I was on my own time I probably would try to solve it, but this is a playthrough, and I know me and my viewers only have a certain like level of tolerance when it comes to this stuff. Triple Blossom. This is a required puzzle? I figured. If figured that was going to be required. I think I'm just like, yeah, go ahead. If anyone in chat, if Alakazam or something, or anyone remembers how to do it, feel free. I'll still try on my own, but, you know, if you feel free to chime in if you know. Because I don't know. It's just this is tipping me off. Would have been nice if they had no encounters. Yeah, that too. That's also annoying. That would be nice if they didn't have encounters for this. I agree. At least Tales of Destiny, for its puzzles, it had no encounters for some of them, so you can just focus on the puzzle. And for the most part, I don't know, Hearts doesn't have as many puzzles as Destiny did, but it's definitely still, like, you know. A way to, like, reset this? Yeah, this is definitely required. I can, like, reset this if I leave. Because now I feel like I screwed it up so hard that I'm like, I don't know how to get it. Does that do anything to reset it? In the meantime, I'll do some Sylvan stuff. We have a lot of points to use. Alright. TP Aftercare. TP restored by 10%. More than usual. Yeah, give me TP Aftercare. Yo, Infernal Torrent! Love that move. Give me that immediately. One of my favorite Tales of Arts, period. Vermilion Ballad. That sounds cool. Flamenco. Interesting. Isn't flamenco like a type of dance or something? Or something similar? Maybe it's like a play on words of that? What's up? I wonder if Kohaku's weapons are based on like types of dances. Yeah, because someone in chat immediately said, yeah, it's based on a type of dance. That'd be interesting. I don't recognize, like, any of these. That'd be neat if that's how it worked. Jitterbug sounds like a dance type. I was gonna say, it does sound familiar. If I'd be lying if I said I've heard of the Jitterbug. It does sound like it could be a dance type, yeah. I've never seen or heard of it, but it does sound, like, vaguely familiar. Ouroboros? Nice. That's the weapon name for Pascal's, Arithmocore weapon. Give me all that. Give me Swallow Flight. Maybe all the weapons are like a certain theme for the characters. Gosh darn it, Nova, stop reading my mind. I'm too powerful. Now we'll never know who said it first because stream delay is a thing, so. That was wild, huh? Just that amazing. There's a reason why the Psychic Dress Sphere is my favorite from FF10 too. Agio Baggio? That sounds familiar. It sounds like it's something, but I don't know. But yeah, maybe they are all based on a different theming. That would be neat. When I saw flamenco, I was like, yeah, it's definitely a type of dance. Like, I don't know what the flamenco looks like or anything, or remember at least. But I've heard of people say the flamenco. And Jitterbug sounds like it could be one too. Crimson Rhino. Not really using Gall that much, to be honest. Maybe I'll bring him in just for the heck of it. I'm also at the point in the game where I'm just like balancing all these out. Unless I see an art I remember from another Tales game and I'm like, hey, I want it. I'm just kind of like, you know, getting what I want. Oceanus. Ba 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 ba. This game is a lot of fun. I'm gonna miss playing it. I really am. It's been a fun game. I do think the thing about Tales of Hearts is I was thinking about this actually like right because I took a shower right before stream. I'm a morning shower person, but today I had such a busy morning that I took a shower like right before stream, hence why I was a little bit late. I don't know why. In the shower, like I was like, dude, I'm excited to play Hearts. I was thinking about it. I'm like, because we're like nearing the end. I'm like, I really love the game, and I'm definitely thinking to myself like, you know, this is my favorite franchise. Tales of is like my all-time. Final Fantasy is also really good. It's my second favorite franchise. It's not even like a tie. Tales of is definitively my favorite franchise. Final Fantasy closely follows. But if someone asks me my favorite franchise, I say Tales of in a heartbeat. And sometimes I'll say, oh, Final Fantasy is not far behind. But I was thinking about it, and I'm like, do I like Hearts more than my like top 5s? No, not a chance. Although, I did mention that Symphonia is replaceable in my top 5. I think I talked about this a while ago. But like Graces, Berseria, and Arise, well, Graces and Berseria, let's just say. Graces and Berseria are like untouchable. There is probably not going to be a game for me that like beats those two out and like gets above them. And then like Arise and Zillia, my 3rd and 4th, they're not untouchable. It's definitely possible for a game to exceed them for favorites, but like they're definitely like pretty high up there. Like it's going to be really hard to top them. And then Symphonia is number 5, which Symphonia, again, I also like Symphonia. But Symphonia is definitely possible for it to be like, something could usurp Symphonia. It's definitely believable compared to the 4 games I named. That's how you structure my top 5s. And I was thinking to myself, like, oh, Tales of is such a good franchise that I just enjoy playing all the games. Like, all the good games, except Dawn of the New World. I'm doing auto for Shaw. Is a lot of points. But I was thinking to myself, like, what does Hearts excel at? Like, what exactly does Hearts do really well that I really like? And to be honest with you, I don't think I can give a real answer. And that's not really a bad thing. And if you think differently, that's fine. But, like, I can't really think of something that Hearts does that's like, oh, it's so, like, super stand out. But I do think it does the things I love in RPGs really well. It does the characters well, it does the skits really good, the combat's insanely fun, the story's, like, okay. It's good enough. The beginning's a slow start, but then it gets a lot better in the second half, I think. Is it still one of the best stories ever conceived? Not a chance, but as I say, stories don't need to be as strong as long as your cast of characters are good. So, in conclusion, where I'm trying to get with this long rant is that Tales of Hearts is very much like, it's a really solid entry in the series. It's a really solid entry in the series. It doesn't necessarily, like, excel at anything I can think of, but that's not really a bad thing, because, like, it just does the things I like so well, so it's a really, really good entry. And I talked about not wanting to rank everything beyond top 5, because I feel like it'd be kind of pointless with my favorite franchise. But when we get to the credits, I will talk about how I feel about it compared to Vesperia Abyss. That's just a little insight on how I'm feeling about Hearts. Like, I think it's a really fun game. Not perfect, but it's a really, really good entry in the franchise. Anyway, I see Raptor here put something. Here's the number of blocks needed in each row, from left to right, seeing 3, 5... What? I don't understand this. Oh, is 6 being like they're pulled out all the way? Okay, I get it. And you can't move these. I can figure this out then. Alright, so that's 1. So 2 might be this. Nova shower thoughts. I normally don't do this kind of thinking in the shower because I'm a morning shower person. I always shower like pretty much right when I wake up. So it rarely happens.